Sarah Jane Adventures.
Yeah. With no Maria, no Alan.
No, they've packed up and left.
They've gone to America.
They don't want to be in the show anymore.
They didn't want to be in they. Yeah, I think the actor playing Maria had wanted to focus on school or something like that because obviously they're kids. We had a Sontaran.
Yes, and he's gone as well.
Yeah, gone back to Sontar. Story 2.
Yeah, we'll see what the rest of the crew get up to. Football. Oh, more things lurking in the woods.
Yes.
And they've got to go in and get it.
It's going to be another Sontaran. A different one.
And
Second to last Sontaran.
No. Maybe something else that returns. What? Oh. Whoa. Yeah. Yeah. What was that?
Things like only yesterday on the fly, but time flies when you're having fun. Does she like
Oh, Michael Kerrigan.
This is awesome.
Yeah.
That's familiar.
Sounds like but you'll see Maria again. Oh, she's coming back for her mum's wedding, isn't she? I'm sure we'll all meet up there.
It won't be the same.
Ivan,
Maybe not.
probably.
You know, we're at this precise moment. There's a new family moving in at number 36.
Ah. Yeah, more moving in.
Battlefield. Michael Kerrigan.
Oh, wow.
No.
Oh.
Hey, watch where you...
Oh, no.
Did you see that?
I know it's been a while since your last head teacher, Mr. Blakeman, disappeared, and it looks like standards around here vanished with
Just
him.
Slovene. Yeah.
But
Oh.
listen up.
Yeah.
That was the last head.
Arkvale has a new captain on the bridge now.
Do you save the world every day, or is it just on Mondays? Come on in, come in. Sorry
Was this
to have
show
to stay.
on Monday?
I had a plan, a list, you know, of what was what and where
I
it
don't
was.
know.
But then you have to go
Oh.
on his removal
Fair
I
list.
guess
idea.
today
I found
is
that
set
out.
on a
You might
Monday.
as well give in to chaos.
Oh.
Is this Park Vale where school reunion is set?
Oh, you know
Is
what?
this the same school? I don't know.
Now that you mention it,
Is that what
I-
it was called?
I thought I saw something Parkville. I didn't.
Is that what the one in school reunion was called?
Ah, I can't remember.
If so, I'm curious as to why Sarah Jane then sent Luke there. After that. I don't know.
Oh. And now it's Jaws.
Why would Megan be dressed as a clown? So you don't believe me either. Thanks a lot, mate. I do believe
From the
you, I just
planet
don't understand.
Clownonia. I don't know. It's just one big circus planet. The calling card. Oh.
Don't know why.
Ronnie, please tell me there's a good reason why our new head just pulled up outside your house that doesn't involve the word dad.
Honestly, he's all right, really. It's just his job. Did your dad go all Captain Bligh again?
I do not go, Captain Bligh.
Yeah, just a bit. This is Luke and Clyde.
I don't.
Smith, please
I don't know. If I
It's
get that.
historical story, Mutiny on the Bounty.
Oh.
Personally, they always gave me nightmares.
Chromophobia. It's the fear of clowns. Johnny Depp has it.
That's what it's called.
Encyclopedia, did you find that in?
Freeing him and he ran away, so then maybe it flew off.
Before that,
Ah. Yep.
No. Hello. There was this clown. I'll take that, Frosty.
Tony Warner.
Don't
The boy that
accept
went missing in the park. He took a ticket as well.
tickets off
Yeah.
clowns.
But they were just tickets from a clown. It doesn't mean anything, does it?
Oh no, they were
Just
just.
On the left.
That's an everyday thing.
All about.
Whatever's going on here, no one understands things like this. This ticket, it's got to be a clue. You coming?
Clowns make my skin crawl.
Especially when they laugh like that. It's okay, it looks well lit,
Museums.
you know.
Creep now.
Yeah.
Welcome to Spellman's Magical Museum. This way.
He looks kind of familiar.
It's Bradley Walsh.
Oh, is it? Ah.
Mankind.
Oh, what am I in?
Yeah, he got
Poor
nothing
Luke.
else on.
Luke didn't stand a chance.
Look, Mum, what are you doing here?
What are we doing here? What are you doing here? They're moving!
Yeah, I kind of felt that they might start doing that whole thing. Yeah, what is this or Autons?
That's what it means, Luke. Who spelled it? Probably an alien.
Yeah, I mean, I believe.
What was that? Sonic lipstick.
Oh, Luke did a fantastic job of keeping Ronnie away.
Well, I don't know. The evidence was was it?
She did it on her own. She worked it out on her own.
Yeah. Yeah.
Who am I? I am the Pied Piper, who conjured away a whole town's infants for more than 7 centuries.
Okay.
And now I am Bob the Clown.
How are you feeling?
Overwhelmed. So what is the thing called?
Day of the Clown.
Day of the Clown. Okay. Okay, standard title. Standard title, but standard episode? Maybe, I don't know. It's moving by a really interesting, pace. It's really fast. It's like every minute something new is introduced. It's like, okay, now we got this, now we got that. It's like, yeah, there's hardly any time to settle before something new comes in.
Yeah.
Which, yeah, my goodness, we got clowns. We go into the fundamentals of things, of horror. And all
Yeah,
that.
well, I was thinking a lot of the... Well, I mean, we've explored clowns before in the Doctor Who universe. A couple of times, Celestial Toymaker, initially.
well,
but,
I
of course, that
haven't
was
Uh,
a while ago and also missing.
yeah.
But, of course,
Greatest-
slightly more recently.
Greatest show in the galaxy.
Yeah.
Yes. Which, that had a whole setup of being these performances and the big tent and all that. And yes, there was some very creepy stuff in that story.
I think this does a pretty good job of being a bit creepy too, doesn't it?
Yeah, sure. Yeah, it definitely has that. Yeah.
In a way, it's almost darker because we've got throwing in kidnapped children as well again.
Yeah.
Sarah Jane ain't afraid to go a bit darker with it, is it?
Yeah, it's like that. It. Yeah, the clown with the red balloon and all that. I haven't really experienced it, but I'm well aware.
Yeah.
Of kind of what it
Same,
roughly is.
same.
Yeah. But yeah, it's interesting. We got Rani.
Yeah.
Not the Rani.
No. Although I believe that the name was inspired by the character.
Right. It's
It's like slight in reference, but because the Rani, the original Doctor Who, the Rani, was that name was chosen because it is Indian for Queen, I think.
Right.
So it was kind of, well, it makes sense because Rani is an Indian character.
Right.
But it's also a slight in reference as well to the Rani.
Okay. Sure. Yeah, and she's basically already part of the team.
She there was nothing they could do to stop that. But it's
No.
inevitable, isn't it? She was introduced obviously, and it's to be
in
part
a
of the team.
significant way.
Yeah. In case you couldn't tell, she's the new Maria, if you like.
Yeah.
They even say, Luke's gonna have trouble, accepting Rani because, he liked Maria's the first person he ever met.
That is true.
So,
yeah,
yeah.
that is very true. Yeah. Yeah, so much so that she moves into the same house.
Well,
that
yeah,
Maria
new
was in.
family,
Yeah.
along with her dad, who was also the head at their school.
Yes. Who? Yeah, I don't know if he has anything to do with this whole clown business. I don't know, because the way he's introduced and stuff, kind of, the strict headmaster and all that, and the fact that he's even saying, if there's anyone missing, you gotta say, So I don't know.
Rani is actually played by an actor called Anjali Mohindra,
Right.
who is one of the actors on the Behind the Sofa for season 8. Which is the reason we couldn't watch that. There is another actor who we also have to wait for, unfortunately. But that's one of the two down.
Okay, we're almost there. Have you watched that then?
I have, yes.
Okay, is there any... Do they say anything else that's kind of...
Yes, because with this other actor,
okay.
so we'll have to wait a while, unfortunately, yet. But yeah, just thought I'd tell you that she's... she does quite a lot in the Doctor Who universe as well, in the big finishes as well.
Okay. Yeah, it's all happening. We're uncovering the lore of the Pied Piper.
Yeah, again, a really again, like, it is a standard kind of sci-fi idea. We've got this old myth and we're explaining it away with
Sci-fi,
sci-fi.
supernatural.
Again, it goes back to the whole Quatermass thing. Like, you've got this ancient sort of thing there, and it's been...
Okay, I didn't necessarily...
there's so much of sci-fi, especially Earth-based sci-fi, is Quatermass inspired
Well,
in some way.
I guess my mind didn't really link this to sci-fi necessarily, or Quatermass in particular.
Sure.
Yeah, but either way, it's got like... I mean, in a similar way, it's like a classic kind of simple story that, like, I mean, even though it is very, like, fast-moving, you do understand what's going on.
Yeah.
Like, it's not... Yeah, I wouldn't say it's, like, hard to follow.
No.
You know,
Okay.
you know everything that's going on. It's just... Yeah. I am very intrigued to watch the next episode, but of course I'm going to have to...
No, you're not. Of course, you know, Bradley Walsh from Hosting the Chase, probably.
Yes. Yeah.
But he is also a proper actor, and been doing a good job of being terrifying.
Yeah, it's interesting he changed his accent for the...
The different,
Yeah.
characters that he's playing.
Oh, that's it.
It's me that lives in your
Wait, where did...
the painted face.
Oh, it's like her own flashbacks. Then.
Yeah.
Wow.
Must have temporarily interfered with Sperma's energies.
Ah.
Similar frequencies.
It's a clown that runs off the telephone frequency.
Please, Sarah Jane, that phone is doing my head in.
Well, alright then.
Nothing would have changed. Or you could come with me. If you do that, nothing will ever be the same again.
I
Oh,
want
what?
to know the truth.
Okay.
Yeah.
There were disappearances of children connected to a travelling clown known as Oddball.
There we go then.
So many. Of course. Where is it?
The Pharos Institute.
I'm gonna have to steal from the Pharos Institute again.
Do you think they do?
I mean, Maria's parents were eventually clued in. So,
Yeah.
You never know.
No. It's the most tremendous thunderstorm.
Morning.
Oh. Yeah, never mind that. Oh, it even works there.
Well, this is where the meteorite is, right? So this would be...
Yeah.
Oh, you a great debt of gratitude.
She should have learned, don't take Sarah to mind.
Best of our big don't know.
Oh,
I love the continuity though. It's the same person taking her around again.
Right. And there.
We think it came from
Is
deep,
it?
deep space.
Oh, wow.
Really did come to life.
Only one explanation.
Why are you still so scared? Are you finished, Miss Smith?
In one sense.
Everything stopped at the school then. Tell me about it.
Oh no. Here we go. However many years later.
Okay, this does not feel good.
Well,
The meteorite originated in the Jagorovax cluster.
I've never heard of it.
It is a dark nebula on the cusp of the Bezita-Vordax system.
But what about energy
yeah.
traces?
There is an energy residue matching the sample I analysed. Connecting now.
oh yes.
Oh,
But,
looks like his line.
It must be Mr. Smith.
He doesn't seem phased by it. Well he is, but like, not.
You meddle with me at your cost.
Going back to school.
But
Look, he was right next to me.
Where's he gone?
Look.
oh, this is it. Oh. Huh. Emergency exit.
Barbarians got married. You should have seen the reception. Clyde, another child, a magician, is driving down the road and he turns into his house. What is this? Come on, buds. How did Count Dracula escape from Transylvania? He used a blood vessel.
Oh my god.
What's wrong, Mr. Spellman?
Okay, that one's...
People have shut
Yeah.
And I shut up.
This is where you belong. We need to put you to earth.
The nightmare is disintegrated and...
Back into the meteor.
Yes.
Thank you. Let's open the pack.
Oh,
Every
yeah.
busting team should have one. Oh, look.
What was that?
Alkanite steel.
Okay.
Nothing can get through it.
All she had to say was how can I steal and I got it.
Look at me with my new head teacher cooking me tea. The universe really is a surprising place.
There we go then. Dave the Clown, that's
Yeah.
what it was
Yeah,
called.
yeah, yeah.
It is done. Yeah, you know what? Yeah, there was some really interesting stuff in that to do with, like, fear. Like, that's the main thing.
Yeah.
It's just about conquering fears and all that.
Yes.
Like, it's a very concept-y episode. Yeah, the idea that the villain isn't, like, that it's like a manifestation
Yeah.
of other people's fears. Like, haven't we had something like that before, where the villain, like depends on the energy of people's, like, emotions?
Curse
or
of Fenric?
something? I don't know if that's what I was thinking
Well,
about,
it's
but
faith.
yeah. Oh, was it that? Like,
Yeah.
Okay, I don't actually fully remember that bit of it, but... Oh, maybe I do. Maybe I do. I don't know.
We've had Cybermen killed by emotions in general. Yeah, like going back into Sarah Jane's childhood, you know.
That too. I like the trend of recently where we're learning even more about like Sarah Jane's
Yeah.
past life, even more than in Whatever Happened.
Yeah.
You know, like we're just finding out all these things about and yes, the fact that she was like properly like scared as well.
Oh, she's so
You know.
so good. Liz Sladen, right?
Yeah, definitely. Like, yeah, when she was talking about it, like with Luke, that just properly like got to me. you
I
know.
think Liz Sladen. I was thinking about this. I think Liz Sladen for me is the only character.
Sarah Jane.
Sarah Jane is the only character where I actually still to this day believe the character is real. Do you know what I mean? Like
Yeah.
every other character, I'm like, this is an actor. They're acting. I'm smart. I'm not.
You mean about Sarah Jane?
Yeah, I
specifically?
actually believe Sarah Jane is real.
Yeah, she's
Like even my favourite actors in the world, the best actors in the world, like I know they're actors and know that they're doing that, but I still believe that Sarah Jane is an actual person
yeah,
because of Liz Sladen.
yeah, absolutely. Yeah, performance is definitely the best in the whole thing. Like, yeah, and she's definitely like the core of it. I mean, show's named after her.
Yeah, yeah.
You wouldn't expect otherwise. But yes, I am liking this trend. I hope we get to see more of that because it does. Yeah, it does kind of add that extra layer to it as well.
Yeah.
Like even though, well, it doesn't seem that she's met this character specifically on Bob,
yeah,
but
no.
but there's still that kind of link. I mean, it knew about.
It fed into it, like looked into her childhood and used that fear
Yes.
against it. Yeah.
Yeah, it's a simple idea done well though.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And the two sort of subplots did tie together because Clyde ended up using the jokes from.
I loved that. I loved that so much. The fact that when the headmaster's introduced, and that is so good. Like, that is like, it's like what you were talking about with how you really love it when there are these things that introduce that get like reincorporated later on.
Everything in the story has to be relevant, and if you've got two subplots, they have to be connected with in some way.
Yeah, but
for me,
but in a way that like sneaks up on you like that. You know, when he starts, when he and Ronnie start making those jokes, it's like, oh wait, and then he starts talking about being like, well, I'm the funny one. You know?
It's the best kind of writing, I think.
Yeah, that's what you were saying in the past.
Yeah.
And I'm seeing that here, and I'm really appreciating it.
Yeah, I think you don't understand. Like, people don't get like how big a part of writing that is. Like feeding in these ideas that you like accept and you register but you don't realise they're so important until later on.
Yeah.
And it allows you to work that out yourself.
Yeah.
And feel proud that you've done it, even though you've done absolutely nothing. It's all of the writer. That's the cleverest kind of writing that makes you feel like you've done it.
Sure. Like you're playing along with it.
Yeah.
And yeah, it's a great introduction for Rani as well.
Yeah.
The fact that she fits in so well with the group already. Like, she's already got, like, that interest in the universe and all that. And the...
She's wanting to be a journalist, like Sarah Jane, so, you know, there's almost like a protege, mentorish role going on.
Yeah.
I love the soundtrack to this. I don't know if you were...
I did take note of the music. It was interesting. Yeah, it was really interesting.
But really clever use of like the flute and like the Pied Piper would play in the chanting, like it was almost could have been an old Germanic thing that might have played in Hamlin at the time. Obviously, it wasn't. It was a much more modern version of that. But with the addition of the flute and the chanting I thought it was really eerily good, but also reminiscent of Pied Piper-y type music. Yeah,
specifically when like all the kids had the balloons and all that. Yeah, it's definitely that I noticed. But in general, the music had kind of a similar that kind of similar feel of that like unusualness. But definitely some standout stuff in this.
And I don't think either of us have that fear of clowns that Sarah Jane has.
No,
but I can't imagine if you do, this episode is going to terrify you.
I was thinking that if like I imagine this might have been like pretty scary to kids just watching it on CBBC and all that.
For sure.
Yeah, I have to keep reminding myself this was made for that network. This isn't. Yeah.
You do have to keep reminding yourself this is a children's program.
yeah, pretty much. But no, it's good. Yeah, I mean, I'm not really scared by that. No,
sure,
so
neither am I.
Yeah,
Bradley Walsh doing a really good job, actually.
Yeah, but the range, playing those different so you had Spellman, the clown, and then the
Oddball. And the Pied Piper.
Different accents and mannerisms and all that. Yeah, it was a good range there. So like each one was kind of like convincing.
And I appreciate the effort of like because it didn't need to be the Pharos Institute. It didn't need to be the same person showing them round. But I just appreciate that they've gone to that effort of consistency. Yeah. It's kind of funny.
Well, it helps to make the world feel like this is the Sarah Jane Adventures world.
Yeah,
and the fact that it's like all from the same like the street and everything, and all of that. It helps.
I think the streets that they were, when it was Luke and Clyde running through the alleys to find after the clown. I'm pretty sure that's where Donna and the Doctor were nearly bumped into each other in Partners in Crime. I'm pretty sure that was the same alley.
Oh, I didn't really.
Because I think Sarah Jane would also be filmed in Cardiff, I believe.
Oh, we've not talked about... Did we talk about that?
No, I don't think we have. But I think Sarah Jane is also filmed in Cardiff. And I think it was the same alleyways. It looked very similar to me.
Oh, I didn't really think that.
Not that it matters, of course. Because they're set in London anyway, so it could be literally the same alleyway.
Exactly.
But I just thought that was interesting.
Okay.
Michael Kerrigan directed Battlefield.
Yeah, what a surprise.
1989.
That's the only one he did. The only, like, classic Doctor Who or New Who. Battlefield was quite a different story to this one. Much grander in scope. These big, obviously big battles and everything. This not as much, but it's still like, I've got no complaints with how it was directed.
Good to see familiar directors. The name was just like, I'm sure that's familiar, and again, I don't think I would have known that necessarily before.
I don't think I would have, because I didn't think it would be So
No, it was. Oh no, I mean the first time I watched this, I wouldn't have seen Battlefield, or last time I watched this,
okay, that makes sense.
I wouldn't have known who Michael Kerrigan was. But this time the name was like, oh, there's a familiar name.
That's why we do this. Yeah.
So yeah, we've got Rani,
Yeah.
Geeta, and Haresh Chandra.
Yep.
Now living over the road.
Yeah, we'll see what happens.
Mm-hmm.
Oh,
9 from me.
an 8.
Both neutral.
Yeah,
Yeah, really, really good. Love it.
absolutely good. Yeah, this is the kind of thing that we were talking about last time. It's like just quality storytelling, really good character moments, and the good. Well, I'll say inventive.
It's a cool idea. A really cool idea.
Yeah, even though it is it does reference kind of already existing things, but it does something interesting with them.
Yeah.
It's another. Yeah, in a way, it's another tying into the past.
That's what I said.
Yeah,
I said that.
just now.
No, not just now, but about 10 minutes ago. I said it takes a historical myth or legend and explains it with sci-fi.
Okay, I was kind of thinking along that lines, but I was thinking, I guess I had it more in mind like an actual the way an actual historical event is tied into Doctor Who, but obviously it's not quite the same.
Well,
maybe.
yeah, because it's sort of not, because Pied Piper itself is a legend, but obviously, as Mr. Smith said, it's a historical fact that the children went missing in Hamlin, but the Pied Piper is just the myth that surrounds that, and there's pictures of it in theories and all stuff like that.
Okay, yeah.
Like the Mary Celeste. It's a similar kind of thing to how the Chase deals with them. I think this does it a lot better. But that whole thing, or of course the fake Mary Celeste, whatever it was called in Carnival of Monsters. Yeah, that one. You know the one I mean.
Basically the ship that they're on.
Yeah.
Now I was getting mixed up with the times when in Doctor Who they travel back in time and the Doctor accidentally causes
the fire of London.
I was getting mixed
or the
up
fire
with
of
that
Rome.
with
He
that
set
kind of idea.
2 major cities on fire.
He did.
We're gonna set Berlin on fire next.
Well, I don't know if anything like that's gonna happen in the next episode.
In the next episode of the Sarah Jane Adventures, the Doctor will set Berlin on fire.
No, not the Doctor.
We'll see you next time.
Yeah, we'll see you next time for whatever next episode is.
Outro.